And the fucking microwave is engulfed in fucking flames.
But my hand's going up your ass this time.
Remington's Artificial Rock Company. For all your artificial rock needs. Remington's Artificial Rock Company has been around since the early 1800s, supplying customers with artificial rocks of all sizes. If you've ever looked around your yard and said, wow, I need some artificial rocks, then Remington's Artificial Rock Company is a company for you. Their rocks range in size from small rocks to the larger size rocks for any garden needs. Okay.
I'm in tears.
What's going on, Jerry?
What's going on, Steve?
What's going on, everybody?
Oh, my God.
Welcome back to the Pays2HaveFriends Podcast. Shout out to Remington's Artificial Rock Company.
This is our first sponsor. The podcast, the pilot, did so well that this company did message us, and they wanted us to sponsor their rocks. They sell artificial rocks, like I said in the little clip there. They sell little ones. If you guys want, they also sell these ones right here. Give me a second. And you can buy them for your yard. You can do all kinds of things with them. Remington's Artificial Rock Factory. Check them out on all socials, and we're going to plug them below, and we might even be airing a commercial of theirs later this week. This is the Pays2HaveFriends Podcast. What a pilot we had, Steve. What do you think?
Dude, over 230 streams on YouTube. That is awesome. Over 250 total streams.
Yeah.
That's a good turnout, man. I'm very surprised with how that came out.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that many people to watch it, you know?
Yeah, so you had asked me to do the podcast with you before when it was the runaround.
Yeah.
And, I'm not a big podcast guy. To entertain people just with talking, didn't think it was I wasn't really into it, but we tried that pilot out, and no, I'm really thankful for everyone who watched it. Over 200 views. I was expecting maybe 20.
I would have been happy. I'd be happy to do this for 50 people a week, man. So to have people that keep watching it, if we keep getting that kind of turnout every week, then that is going to be phenomenal. Yeah. I will have no complaints, and we really appreciate the support from everybody. We hope that you guys continue to watch, continue to leave comments, send us videos, anything you guys want. We like doing this, and if people like watching us do it, then we're going to keep doing it.
Yeah, we actually have a new sound guy this week because we thought that Stan kind of talked a little too much last week.
Stan opened his mouth one too many times.
Yeah.
We had a conversation, and it was just better that we moved on.
So, yeah, we do want to introduce you to our new sound guy this week. His name is Heather.
Heather.
What nationality is that?
Polish.
He's Polish,
Yep,
yeah,
he's
Heather,
Polish,
and his last name's Delilah. Heather Delilah, right?
Yep. That's it. That's
right.
Yeah.
So everyone, just say hello to Heather. And
hey there.
Pilot episode. We are trying to upgrade our set a little bit. Trying to make it a little bit better for you.
We're trying. It's going to be a slow process, and we appreciate. We're working out the kinks weekly. We changed the lighting in here a little bit. We posted some pictures of that. We're trying to get to the best possible. Episodes every week that we can get to. So we appreciate everybody's patience.
This is definitely a podcast on a budget, though. You know what I mean? We're not Joe Rogan yet, but yesterday we did go out and buy some lights and stuff like that.
Yeah, we had a good afternoon yesterday. I think we're going to slowly progress to somewhere where we'll be cruising in style.
Yeah. Yep. The trip yesterday was kind of an adventure, though.
I don't think there's ever been a moment in our lives together where we've gone out in public and something bizarre.
Right. Yeah.
So yesterday we went to Best Buy because we had to get lights, so we went to Best Buy to check it out, and we actually met this guy who works at Best Buy.
This isn't strange. This is wholesome.
He cashed us out. His name is Wesley. Shout out to Wesley.
Shout out Wesley.
He subscribed to the podcast right at the cash register.
Funny thing though, he asked what the name of the podcast was, and he had his phone on full volume. He's like, "Oh, I'll look it up right now so I can subscribe." And he clicked on the video. So when you click on the first episode of the video, the first thing that comes up is Steve going, "Whoa, what the fuck?" So That just so we played that at full volume at the help desk. But no, he's a great guy. We love talking to you, Wesley. Thank you for subscribing to the show.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah. It was a fun day yesterday. You barked at a guy driving by, and he barked back.
Yep. So that's
definitely
like,
a DMX fan.
That's something we've done since high school. Like we always harass people outside of our car windows by barking at them or something as a joke. But this guy did bark back, which is weird.
Yep. Shout out to that guy for barking back.
Dude, a lot of stuff happened. We pulled up to this Dunkin' Donuts yesterday, right?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
God. So this Dunkin' Donuts, I think, is built next to a septic system.
Built on a sulfur deposit.
Yeah, it is, dude. Right, sulfur.
Yeah, it's definitely geological.
This thing reeks, dude. Right, so we pull up to the box. I was gagging at how bad that smelled.
Pretty fucking bad.
I pull up to the box and I'm trying to order in between gags. And I'm laughing at the same time.
Yeah, it was fucking bad, man. I don't know how they work. I couldn't work like that.
Yep. I asked this guy for a chocolate milk. He goes, "We're all out of chocolate munchkins."
I was like, well, that's good if I wanted chocolate munchkins, but I wanted fucking chocolate
I don't
milk.
blame him, though, because like I said, I was gagging while I was ordering, so it was hard to understand. Then, so now my stomach's all messed up from that, right? And then on the way home, we have to stop and get gas. So Steve goes into Cumberland Farms because he wants some food. And what'd you order?
Well, everyone knows that Cumbies has pizza. I think Cumbies pizza is pretty good. They had this hamburger pizza. I picked it up, and the back of the fucking pizza was soaking wet.
They put it in a bag, right?
Covered in fucking grease. I get it in the car, and Jerry looks at it, and he starts fucking gagging, and his eyes
I'm thinking about it right now.
His eyes are watering. And he goes, "You need to get that out of my fucking car. This kid's going to throw up."
I don't even want to think about it. This thing. Dude,
So I rolled the window down, and I threw the pizza.
I'm thinking about it right now, dude. I'm gonna throw up.
You want my hat?
This thing smelled like fucking chili.
Yeah, it was bad,
Right?
dude.
This kid throws it out the fucking window, right?
Hit some
sticks
clown
to
All
with
I hear
things.
is this fucking thing stuck to a telephone pole. A slice of pizza. Oh my god.
Yesterday was fucking brutal.
But yeah, that's a recurring trend anytime we go out in public. Something weird happens.
Just another day in the life.
Yeah.
Jerry
Throw
and
it at
Steve
the,
adventures.
Throw it at the dog man. Have him catch it in his mouth.
Yeah, fucking yeah. Even
yeah.
you'd throw it up though. I don't think a dog would eat that.
No, it was fucking gross.
Dog food on a slice.
All right, so let's get into our first segment, Blast from the Past.
Ooh, yes, right, yes.
We are going to be blasting the pastin'.
I know Steve has a story he wants to tell you this week.
I do have a story. I don't even know if this should be released to the public. I mean, I think only a select few of people know about this.
I'd be surprised if people even remember this, but
So, as you all know, me and Jerry went to high school together. We've been very good friends for a long time. And for the last 2 years of high school, we had lunch together. So, I mean, we would always mess around at lunch. You know, it's just a fun time. We do crazy stuff all the time. And then
I think I used to smash grapes on my head.
Yep. I used to smash and make grape juice, grape juice.
A little portion cups
Yep.
of grapes. I go, grape juice, and I'd smash them. Yep.
Fuck.
Dude, look at mine. I'm missing one. Anyway. Yep, there you go. Cool.
So one day in high school lunch, we were just sitting around doing what we normally do. Jerry had a banana, and he didn't want to eat his banana. And in our cafeteria in lunch, we had a microwave that was kind of just for the general public. It was in the middle of the cafeteria, so you could heat up your lunches. So me and Jerry came up with this brainiac idea. Like, dude, let's take the banana and melt it in the microwave. So this way, the next person that goes to use it,
It was just a peel,
It was
I
just a
think.
peel.
Yeah, just a banana peel, right?
We would just see a melted, shitty banana peel.
Yeah.
So we're fucking stupid. So we're in our heads, this is a great idea.
Yeah, it's a great prank.
This is a funny,
Great prank,
greatest
yeah.
prank
Yeah.
you can come up with. Oh yeah. So me and Jerry sneak up to the microwave, all casual, and we put the banana in. He puts it in for 10 seconds, 20 seconds tops. And I'm like, no, it's not going to melt in 10 seconds. I'm like, we got to put it in for 2 minutes.
Right.
So he's like, I think that's too much. I'm like, no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. 2 minutes it'll melt. It'll be all gross. It'll be fucking sick. So we put it in for 2 minutes and we walk back to our seats and we sit down and we keep eating our lunch. So the 2 minutes is counting down now, and our buddy Zach is sitting where our backs are
to the microwave. Yeah,
we
our
can't
backs
see
are
him.
to
And
the
Zach
microwave.
is sitting in front of us, and Zach goes, "Hey Jerry, I think your banana peel's on fire."
Yep. Oh,
So
my
me and
God.
Jerry turn around, and the fucking microwave is engulfed in fucking flames. It is up in
dude,
smoke.
When I say that, I was scared. I was scared because in high school I was a pretty studious kid. I had good grades and stuff. Never got in trouble. I didn't getting in trouble. I wasn't a mischievous kid at all. When that thing was on fire, I'm like, dude, we're gonna get fucking suspended, expelled.
Yeah.
Because that's like arson at that point. You know what I mean?
it's hard. It's definitely arson.
And the thing is, like, obviously, like, they probably I felt like they had cameras, like, above us or something. So I'm like, even if we don't say anything, because, like, I was about to admit to it. And then, Steve, you were like, no.
I was like, don't fucking say
anything. And in my head, I was like, yo, they have fucking cameras. They're going to know it's us. So it's better to admit to it and be honest kids about it. We'll probably get in less trouble. Steve goes, don't say a fucking word. And like everyone knew it was us because Zach knew it was.
Everybody saw it was us.
Right. I think like Tori Libby came up to after me, like after lunch. She's like, Jerry, what happened to there? So everyone knew it was us.
Yeah. So the microwave catches on fire, and our assistant vice principal comes sprinting across the cafeteria.
Yeah.
The microwave's on like a wheelie cart.
Yeah.
So she grabs a wheelie cart. It's the dead of winter. She's running full speed across the cafeteria with a flaming microwave. Man. She kicks open the fucking outside door and throws the fucking microwave in the snow. And then just close the door and then. That was it.
Yeah, lunch went on.
Like it was nothing.
Lunch went on. Like nothing happened after that. For the rest of that day, dude, I was so scared. I came home. You know, like when something bad happens to you, and you come home and you're just like,
you get that feeling like in the back of your neck. You're like, oh shit.
All night, dude. I couldn't sleep. I was so afraid to go into school the next day too. I remember because I was like, yo, they're gonna pull me in the office. They're gonna say something. Nothing ever happened.
Yep.
From it.
That was a good time.
What's going on over there, man?
Stop recording.
Another blast from the past too. Like, so this involves Brett, someone in the peanut gallery, right? We tell this story all the time. So
the fucking
So when I was in high school, like a freshman, Brett was in middle school, and basically at the end of the day, I took what was called a transfer bus, and the transfer bus took me from the high school to the middle school, and then we'd all get on our normal buses and we'd go home from there.
Yep.
But basically, what would happen was my transfer bus. Or my normal bus was parked next to Brett's real bus. And I didn't know who he was. He was some random kid. So I would do all kinds of weird shit to him. Like, from across the window. I'd see him every day. I'd always make weird faces at you. I'd be doing, like, weird sexual gestures at you. I was pretty much, like, just being a fucking creep, right? But he was laughing, so I was like, this is funny every day, right? I think your bus driver knew me too, right? She's like, oh, yeah, that's Jeremiah, which is humiliating. But anyway, so, like... Obviously, I was like, I'm going to keep doing this to this kid, like, all year because I'm never going to speak to this kid ever again. Whatever. I'm never going to be friends with him, right? So, shoot to after high school. We're playing, like, hockey over here at my house, right? And Steve, we're looking for another person to play. And Steve over here goes, oh, I know this kid, Brett Segala. He'll come and play for sure. I'm like, Steve, you can't invite that kid. You go, why? Because I go, dude... Like, we don't know each other, but, like, I know who he is, and I used to do all kinds of weird shit to him when he was in middle school. You cannot invite him over. Steve goes, suck it up, dude. He's not going to care. He probably doesn't even remember. So we invite Brett over, and, of course, he remembers. And obviously, that was, like, so awkward the first day, but it worked out. So now we're friends now, but, yeah. You were young there, too. You were, 8th grade?
Dude, we could go on and on. There are so many fucking cringy things that have happened to us over the years. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah, that banana peel was nuts, dude.
Yeah,
because all my friends knew me as like pretty much a goody two shoes. Actually, I was like,
we set the cafeteria on fire.
Put a CD in there too.
A CD?
No, we didn't do the CD.
Someone did that.
Yeah, that was when I was in.
Yeah, no, we didn't do that.
Oh, really?
We
Someone
just
put a
did
CD in the microwave. Well,
banana.
that would get all like zappy, right? Like,
yeah.
People were menaces at lunch, dude. Because we had something called a senior lounge too.
We used to fill the roof of the senior lounge with chocolate milk.
Yeah, dude. That's what I was gonna bring up.
In the corner,
it was a drop ceiling, right?
In the corner of the senior lounge. So the senior lounge is basically like think about a cafeteria. Then there's a stage where they used to have like plays and stuff like that. That was like the main stage before they had the auditorium or whatever. So up there was like where the senior sat. We had a couch and a TV and our own microwave and stuff. So in the left corner of the senior lounge, the drop ceiling above us was gone.
Right.
So we used to sit up there, and every day we would take our milks and we would fucking throw our milks in the ceiling. Yep. And one day there was so many fucking milks in the ceiling that the next drop ceiling tile broke, and all these fucking milks fucking fell down on the table.
That janitor wanted to probably kill himself. Honestly,
we used to destroy that fucking place.
Were you still in school when we did the food fight?
No, I think that was.
Do you guys remember the food fight at all? Yes. Yeah, it was this wasn't like, hey,
graduated.
No, this wasn't a couple kids that threw stuff. This was a real food fight that I got to experience. Like, it was insane, dude. Ready? So, all right, let me tell this story, dude. Blast from the past, right? So, basically, I think the seniors that year wanted to start a food fight in the cafeteria. Like I said, not like some, little bitch
like
food
legit.
Fight. This was a real food fight, right? So, word got out, and basically, all all the teachers found out because someone probably snitched or something, or overheard that this was gonna be a real food fight. So then the day of that it was planned, they had a bunch of those school security officer, cops, whatever you want to call them. They were all in the cafeteria, right? Funny thing too, I got switched into that lunch period that day because there was some kind of discrepancy of some kind. So I was gonna miss the food fight, but I got switched into it. I was pumped, right? So we're sitting in the cafeteria, and the whole cafeteria is dead silent because we all know. So basically, the reason they had the cops there is because that's like you can get reprimanded for that. Like you could, that's like juvie if you start a food fight. Like you can get in real trouble for that.
Which is fucking stupid. Dude.
Yeah, right.
Let kids be kids. Throw food.
Yeah. Right. So basically, in this cafeteria, dead silent, dude. You could hear a pin drop because someone had balls up and fucking do it. You know what I mean? Dude. Yeah, so someone had to balls up and do it. So we're all waiting for someone to do it. And basically we're all sitting there. I'm on like one far end of the cafeteria, and then I hear from the other end of the cafeteria, food fight. I think it was like one of our friend's brothers who started it. And so I just see, dude, you ever see that scene in 300 at the end where all the arrows are going in? That's what it was like, bro. Like, I'm telling you, like
a wave.
Dude, I'm telling you, hamburgers, like, someone threw, so I was sitting with, were you in that period, dude? Yeah, dude. So I remember sitting with Brittany Bebo, and someone threw like a strawberry milk that was open at the top, and it just covered her hair, dude. It was insane. I'm like so pumped I got to experience a real food fight. People were getting sent home after that. People started the adults started investigating who did this, and I think they did find out like who started it.
Dude, that's the thing is everyone's gonna.
You're not gonna stop.
Keep their
kids.
fucking mouth shut, bro.
Yeah.
You know what? They bring you in. They go, "Who started the food fight?" And you say, "Your mother."
Yeah, but I think what they did, because that poor janitor, like I think his name was Gary, if I'm not mistaken.
Gary Cooter.
Yeah.
Cooter Hopkins, baby.
Like that guy's not gonna clean that.
Legend.
That theater was it got trashed, dude. Did you experience anything crazy in high school, Heather? In Poland?
No way. Your kids are fucking.
I mean, like there was like
What'd you guys
we
do
didn't
in
have any
Poland?
massive food fights, but I remember I was in the senior lounge and I just saw like one girl get up on the table with like a tray of food, and she just went like, when somebody gets pied in cartoons,
Yeah.
it was like
They
just
call it
the
cream pie.
yeah. She just got up and just whammed it, whoop, boom, and the other girl like shot back.
He just
It was
fucking.
You get pitted, man. One of my favorite videos ever. Dude, there was always a lot of fights and shit breaking out in that cafeteria. I remember. So in our
That
school,
cafeteria is a fucking zoo.
yeah, well, you definitely remember this. Heather, I don't know if you had something like this in Poland, but we had a program. It was called like the Phoenix House, and basically what we did is we tried to integrate like inner city kids, like troubled kids, into our school. Right? You remember this. Well, there would always be fights breaking out. Always fights breaking out in our school because of this. And I remember one in the cafeteria, like one of the girls was like yelling at her boyfriend or something like that. They're all expletives, all like really, horrible things they were saying to each other. And the guy was just taking it. And all of a sudden he just puts his hand in like a plate of mustard and just wipes it on her forehead. It's crazy, dude. Kids were unhinged in
High
high
school
school.
was fucking nuts.
Yeah, it was a trip. But yeah, good blast from the past, man. Yeah, that banana story, I'll never forget that.
That was fucking
yeah.
nuts. All right, next segment. Crazy current events.
Yes.
The mojo.
Now, if you guys remember from the pilot, if you watched the pilot, this is the segment where Steve and I bring up two news stories. One is real and one is fake, and we have to guess which one is which. Steve has two and I have two. So, Steve, I went first last week. Why don't you go first this week?
Okay, so this one is near and dear to my heart because it's where it's local to us. Gloucester residents want to stop the driveway panty dropper. Gloucester police chief said the department is aware of the situation on Sawmill Road where an unknown individual is leaving underwear at the end of people's driveways. More recent incidents were first reported by a Gloucester resident on the Facebook page on July 23rd. She said there was a woman driving up and down Sawmill Road leaving underwear at the end of driveways. In a post directed to the offender, the resident questioned the person's motives and asked him to knock it off. She said plastic gloves are not
Literally.
cheap and she would appreciate being reimbursed for the amount she is going through to clean up your gross ass underwear.
Oh, my God. Is this like local Gloucester?
It's like Gloucester,
Oh
like they
my
go.
God.
So the whoever does it goes like all the way up to Scituate because it's posted like the Scituate Facebook page too. It's like a big fucking deal. People get pissed off about
man.
it.
All
Okay,
right.
so there's that one.
Okay.
News story number one.
Yo, he's getting better. He's
Yep.
getting better. No freaking alligators this week.
Gladys McElroy of South Wales recently gave birth to quintuplets.
Yep.
This is the first known case of quintuplets in South Wales since the early 1700s.
Okay.
When asked, how does it feel to have so many kids at once? She said, it's a true blessing, and she wishes that everyone could experience having this many children. They asked the husband, and the husband was not around to answer.
What? That's a great punchline.
Yep.
That's almost a joke. That's a story.
That's it.
You hear the punchline at the end of it?
Was not around.
Yeah, so the
Yep.
fucking dad bailed probably because there's too many kids.
Poor,
That's
poor
mad
Gladys.
kids.
Okay.
Poor Gladys.
Damn, dude. That's good. You did a good job this week.
You got the feel for it.
Gloucester is local, and that sounds like something that would happen locally here. The dad was not around to answer. That sounds like a joke Steve would make.
That's not a joke.
That sounds like
I made it sound like a joke, but it was more like the dad wasn't around to come make a comment. Like, dad wasn't around to comment.
Maybe he was at
Like,
work or
dude,
something.
Yeah, it could be, but like I think it was funnier to say it like he just got out of Dodge.
I'm gonna say the panty dropper one is true.
Fuck, dude, I can't beat this kid.
All right, nice, cool.
I can't beat
That
this
sounds
kid.
like something that would happen around here.
Yeah, that's like a real
That
thing.
sounds like something you'd find on the Facebook, the Barville bitch page on Facebook.
Yeah,
or
people
something.
getting pissed about it. It's like a real thing.
Like kids go around and like take what they put pumpkins in people's yards and stuff. Like kids are rascals.
They would
man.
take you. Yeah, remember that was my senior year when
Yeah.
everyone stole all the pumpkins and put them and filled the football field with them.
I want to say they also like put them in Mr. Cash's driveway
Yeah.
or something like that. And he couldn't even get his car out of his driveway.
The flamingos, they would steal the flamingos.
Yeah.
Like, listen, you put something on your front lawn, a high school kid's gonna steal.
Oh
it.
yeah,
every time.
Yep.
Every fucking time.
I remember in high school, like I was with a group of my friends, and we they stole a bunch of political signs, like the town, and we stored like a bunch of them in his shed. There was like a fucking stockpile of just local town hall, like political signs in this
Like
kid's
fucking
shed.
Kill Keeble
Yeah.
signs.
So basically, kids are those are kids putting the panties on the driveway. There's no.
I wish it was still like the kids will be kids thing, but that's like not a thing.
No,
anymore.
it's
Now
not
I
a
get
thing
so offended.
Yep. Very sensitive people. Oh,
True.
it stopped recording.
Just press the red button again.
Okay.
All
Cool.
right.
Nice.
All right, Jerry. it
Hey,
is
you did
your-
good this week, man. You did good. I had to think
Go
about
ahead.
that for sure. Okay. So I have two stories here. One is real. One is fake.
All right, I'm getting you because it's 3-1.
I think you might get me.
3-0 right
All
now.
right.
So
First story. When the prison staff asked 33-year-old Jeremy Morris if he wanted anything special for his last meal, this man's down death row, he answered, "I just want a Bible." So basically what happened was the prison guards thought that maybe instead of eating for his last meal, he wanted to repent for his sins and, just say final words to God before he passed away. So the prison guards of the William C. Holman Correctional Facility watched this happen. Against all expectations, the condemned murderer began tearing up the holy book and he started eating it. That is the first story. Second story. A woman, an art collector, spends $10,000 on an art piece called Fresh Air. You will not believe this. There's no art. The piece is invisible and is part of a gallery of invisible artwork. But the buyer who buys an invisible piece of artwork gets a little card or a placard basically saying that she bought the artwork, proving that you bought the invisible piece of artwork. The artwork has been described as buying an endless tank of oxygen. So basically, when asked and interviewed about this, the buyer said why she bought it. She said, "I'm a huge supporter of abstract art, and I figured this would be a good way for me to put my money where my mouth is." So basically, she bought nothing for $10,000.
Dude, this kid's good at this. Ah, shit. The second one, people would fucking do something like that. That's the thing. But then again, a guy ate a Bible. People have eaten weirder shit. People have eaten weirder shit.
I had a Bible for breakfast.
Fuck. I'm going to say the second one is fake.
The invisible art?
Yeah.
I got you again.
Fuck!
Yep. Invisible art is true.
I fucking knew it was true, too.
And that
motherfucker.
So basically, you can
Cancel
look
this segment.
You can also look this up, Sean. The invisible artwork that
Right.
Fresh Air is actually that piece of artwork was specifically made by James Franco, and she bought it. So it was like an invisible art gallery called Fresh Air.
Dude, I'm so sick of getting fucking owned and then having to look at this shit.
I was nervous, dude. I was really, really nervous about this one. Yeah. So I actually want to see if a picture comes up or if nothing comes up at all for this one.
There it is.
Woman pays $10,000 for non-visible work of art.
Yeah.
Art.
That's probably like a stock image, but that's probably like
Exactly what it looked
yeah.
like. Yep. Or didn't look like.
I'm gonna fucking 4-0.
I got him again, baby.
Nice.
4-0.
What are we doing? Like
fucking
first to
suck.
10? First to 10 has to, the other person has to do something?
Yeah.
Okay.
The other, whoever the winner is gets to decide.
Okay, cool.
All right.
So for this next part of the podcast, I want to talk about, something that's a big part of our lives, but maybe not so much anymore. Video games, right? We talk about pop culture on here, movies. Gaming is also a huge part of our life. And honestly, like a big part of society now is gaming with like Twitch.
Society.
Yeah, right? You have like Twitch streamers now. People are doing it as like a full-time job. But for me, I don't know if you guys feel the same way. Like I feel like I kind of outgrew video games.
I would agree. I used to be like you, a big single player game, gamer,
right.
like a single player campaign gamer.
Yeah.
I think the problem is now is our attention span is like we've grown so much that like it's hard to get us like glued to a game.
Yeah, like
now I have
committed.
like when you're younger, obviously you have an easier time believing in what you're playing than like when we're older. Like
Yeah.
Spyro was my favorite game.
Love
Like when we
Spyro.
were kids, it was my favorite game. So when
The
the
last
trilogy dropped,
Yeah, right.
like me and you know life the trilogy.
Yeah,
like,
right.
I got bored of it.
Yeah, I
Like,
remember
it
you
was
calling it.
so fucking repetitive.
Yeah.
I was like, I actually played this as a kid. This is fucking
Yeah.
brutal.
In its defense, though, I think we played all three like in a row.
In 100% of
right,
the whole
right.
game. Yeah.
So,
like,
I wouldn't say that's the game's fault.
we
Like the
know,
fact
like-
that I played all three.
But no, just like the way you're playing it. Like,
yes. Okay.
you spawn a map, you fucking kill a bunch of monsters, you save a dragon.
Doesn't it feel like the magic was gone a little bit? Like the formula was there, and
The
I could
spark
t-
is gone.
Yeah. Ironically, the dragonfly and
Sparks.
Sparks. Dude,
Bark.
that's such a good bark. Such a good point, because you mentioned attention span, right? And I feel like that's a huge thing. I literally bought a gaming PC during the pandemic because there's nothing else to do, right? So I was like, maybe I can try to get back into gaming.
I just can't, man.
We talked about attention span. The only game I play on that fucking monstrous PC is Rocket League. Because 5-minute matches, they go super quick, competitive, it's fun, and then I shut it off.
I tried to play a game called Abduction.
Yo.
It was a game that's right up my alley. Something I really like. I like free world puzzle games. So Abduction is basically like you're abducted from Earth by this celestial being, and you're put on this planet where they've made it look like Earth.
Yeah.
And it basically is like this old mining village.
Yeah.
And like these aliens control it. But when you get abducted, by the time you get there, there's been like a war, and the humans have waged war against
This sounds good.
it should have been a really good game. And basically, like, you get there and it's a barren, like, wasteland, like fucking like Western oil town. You know what I mean? Like,
Would you have to like build stuff up?
you have to you have to solve puzzles and stuff like that. Like, there's certain ways to open doors. Like, you set things certain ways.
Excuse me.
It's all free roam, so you like walk around and try to solve.
Would you say this is like Breath of the Wild, where like that kind of puzzle solving in a free?
Yeah, almost.
Oh, okay.
Probably on like a little bit lower of a scale, but like, there's certain actions you have to do that dictate how something else happens. If you fuck it up, you have to like restart the game.
Right.
Like, if you don't do it right or like pay attention to something, like, you basically have to restart because you
I
can't fucking
can't
figure
do
out.
games like that. I can't do it.
So that's something I really like. I
Yeah.
really like strategy, like shit like that. And I tried playing it, and I probably put like 3 hours into the game. And then
Right,
I'm
which
just
is
like,
nothing, dude. Which is
nothing.
nothing
And I'm just like,
compared to,
dude,
how you-
I had to like force myself to get those 3 hours. I'm like, dude, it just
insane.
isn't. I'm just bored of it.
I almost like hate it though, because like I want to get into it. It's not that I don't want to play video games. It's like, but when I start playing, like when I start gaming, I feel like I'm not doing something productive.
I
with my
envy
time.
those people that can still do that.
And
Like,
still
I
have, like, an
friends that can
imagination.
still get in there and like
Yeah.
play in no life a whole fucking game because
Right,
they
and get
love
like
that.
super invested into it. You know what I mean?
Like when Avengers came out, I was like, dude, everyone knows I'm a huge Marvel fan. I
Yeah.
love Marvel.
There was like a
So-
Square Enix like
Yeah, Square
Avengers
Enix.
game, right?
Yeah, so Square Enix came out with Avengers.
Yeah.
And it was basically the story of Miss Marvel,
Yeah.
who gains her superpowers, but like has to hide them from society because basically they think the Avengers like are evil and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I tried playing that through that campaign, which was kind of similar to like how the Spider-Man campaign was, and I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
I just couldn't.
It's funny you mentioned Spider-Man. That game was incredible. I couldn't finish it. I don't know what happened. That game was incredible. There was a stint where that game came out, I think 2018, 2019, whenever it came out, where Brett, you, and myself, we spent a few days like up in the
It was
loft.
it sucks. It's a good game, but I think the problem is it's believing in what you're playing at that point.
Yeah. That was the closest I came to get back into gaming. Like when we did that, we set up a little gaming room in the loft where I live, and I think we brought a PS2 over. We started playing some of the games from our childhood. Even then, like the magic was gone for me. We were playing Jack and Daxter, Sly Cooper, and I don't know what it was.
You realize like, wow, these games are like not as good as you thought they were.
Yeah, like they're good.
You see the games for what they actually are.
Yeah,
is what
okay.
I should say.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're still very good classic games, but you can see the formula. You can see how it's programmed. You know what I mean? I think that's part of just being an adult now, because we don't see it as like this magical world that like you're teleporting into. And
yeah, another thing is time too. I don't have time to sit down and know life a game anymore.
Right? Because when you do have free time, right, you want to spend it doing other stuff that's productive.
Exactly.
Like for me, music, like I'll be playing a game and I'm like, why am I not fucking writing a song right now, or playing guitar?
It's tough, man.
Yeah.
Growing up it's definitely weird. Nostalgia is definitely a real thing, and you feel it more and more every day.
Would you say there every now and then you get a video game that comes out that really grips you and it's like, fuck, man, like this feels good. Like I feel like I'm playing, like it feels like I'm a child again.
The last game that I don't know, man. I can't even think of the last game that made me feel like the days of like, oh my god, this fucking game's coming out tomorrow. Yeah. Like I'm gonna play this game until my eyes bleed.
Yeah.
I think the last time I did that was Black Ops 2.
Right.
No, Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 was the one with the...
Which is not kind of a long time ago at this point, right?
Yeah, it was like 2015, 16.
Right. So right out of high school, we were still kids for the most part.
Yeah, that was like the last game I played vigorously. Even that's a first-person shooter. I didn't play the campaign.
Yep. So from that angle, like growing up, like hurts your love of like a hobby like that, but also like kind of put some blame on the industry too. Games aren't what they used to be.
It's becoming, well, the problem is that kids nowadays can't fucking sit still for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So when you see like a game like
everything moves, like one thing goes from popular to nothing so fast.
Yeah.
Like that's why these battle royale like FPSs, like that's why those games are striving, because they can change so much all the time.
Right.
Always changing. There's always something different. It's like,
they call it games as a service.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So like think of something like GTA 5, right? That game came out in 2013. I was still in high school.
Yep.
That game is still being like worked on, and they add new stuff because they know they can make money with it. So
that's why a lot of games today are free, because they know people will pay.
Yeah, right.
And like people are still waiting for GTA 6 to pop around.
Dude, like they just had all the gaming conventions and award shows and all that stuff, and there's still no announcement of a new one. So like I remember the PS2 era, there were new video games like all the fucking time. You know what I mean? Like you could go into a GameStop and be overwhelmed.
I loved the Ratchet and Clanks. Like every time a new Ratchet and Clank come out, I'd play it.
Right,
like,
dude.
And
the thing is, but there was a new Ratchet and Clank game like every 1 or 2 years, you know what I mean? But now, like you wait, like literally, there'll be like one Ratchet and Clank game for a whole gaming generation.
It's only a matter of time too before like I think they should do it, because I think it'd be beneficial. Like we played Chell, we played Madden, like sports games
again,
like
but like short attention span, right? Like
like quick things. But I think at some point they might even turn into like, okay, this is like Madden. They call it like Madden Forever, or like whatever they call it, Madden 23, where it's just one game from now until the end of time.
And they just update the
rosters, adding new modes, down the DLC, like all that shit.
Yeah.
Like that's probably going to be the best way for them to do that, because like how I am now, like I'm not spending fucking $90. 'Cause now they're even more expensive.
Yeah, they're more expensive. I think like
I'm not spending $90 every year for updated rosters, and for you guys not to fucking change anything. I'm a big franchise player. I like franchises and stuff like that. And be a pro, and like nothing's changed. It's like still fucking boring.
This latest
and those
Madden
games suck.
Yeah, this latest Madden is getting flamed online, dude. Because like if you look in like the stands, like the bleacher section of like some of the fields, it still says like Madden 19 or something. They don't even update the fucking assets for the game. So like obviously the magic's gone for us because we've grown up a little bit, but also I feel like game companies know they can make a shit ton of money without even working on their video games, especially sports games. For me, like the last game that like really hooked me, I think the pandemic helped, but because I didn't have anything else to do. But I replayed Skyrim with mods. I had a blast doing that.
Skyrim's good.
Still good, but again, it's still suffering from like.
I was a big Diablo player, and like there's a lot of games like that on PC, like Grim Dawn. Dawn's supposed to be a really good one, and there's Path of Exile is supposed to be like this huge game on there, and like we tried playing it, and I'm like,
dude, that brings up another point. Sometimes games are so big now, I get overwhelmed, and I'm like, I'm not fucking playing this. Witcher 3, most like
that game is so hard.
Yeah, it's hard as fuck, and it's also vast. Like I get overwhelmed.
Too much.
I felt overwhelmed before I got to the first big city, and then you get to the first big city, you're like, I don't.
That's like Dark Souls. So so hard.
That's another thing, dude.
So fucking hard.
You bring up a great point. I feel like another trend right now is every game has to be fucking difficult as hell. I played Bloodborne, which is from the same company that did Dark Souls, and I was stressed as fuck playing that game. Like, it was right up my alley. It was horror, Lovecraftian.
That's like, what was it, Sekiro?
Yeah.
Sekiro?
Yep.
Sekiro? I tried playing that, and I'm like, this is too fucking much.
Yeah, right. Like, oh, man.
I gotta, like, focus on my stamina from swinging a fucking sword. Like,
But when we're talking about Ratchet and Clank and how, like, there was a new one every 1-2 years, like, there were so many games. I feel like there's more indie games now, and AAA releases are just, like, either non-existent or...
I had the Nintendo Switch, and, like, when I first got it, I was like, this is fun. And then I was just like, dude, nothing good's coming out. I can't.
People are still thinking of Breath of the Wild as a system seller for that, which is crazy.
It was a fucking phenomenal game. I no-lifed that game.
Yeah,
but even that game was fucking hard, man.
Yeah, yep. I do think, like, game developers are so out of touch with what people want.
Yeah, it's tough. So yeah, that's that.
Yeah. So, but we will probably talk about video games on this podcast. And
we'll eventually review some and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We'll,
anything that interests us, we can keep up on gaming news and stuff like that.
Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a free for all. I mean, we're going to try to stick to a script every week, but some stuff comes up and we want to talk about it, so not a big deal.
Yeah. So gaming, a lost, like, magical feeling for me. I just don't feel the
no love lost, anymore, no love found.
But hey, if you still enjoy gaming, and like Steve said, you can no-life
I'm envious,
games.
man.
Yep. You come home from work relaxed, turn on a video game, and not, like, feel guilty about it. Jealous. Yep. So, all right.
We just hit the 45-minute mark, so...
Wow.
Yeah, I'm watching it on the screen.
Yep.
Yeah, we're doing all right, though. We're almost done.
Oh, that's right. You guys can see it.
So,
next segment, we got a movie review. So this week, Steve picked the movie. We actually watched it here.
Yeah, so last night we watched a movie on Netflix. I think that we should try to watch more movies that are on streaming platforms, just because it'll be more easy. It'll be easier for people to watch them, you know, rather than try to. I mean, granted, it is good. Go to the movie theaters, okay? People, the movie theaters are an important part of our childhood.
I work at one, so don't put us out of business. Please.
Yeah, please go to the movie theaters.
Too.
Yeah,
but, we don't care about him.
Stan used to work at one, but he's an old.
Stan is probably going back to work at one because he lost his job.
Yeah, Stan's an old.
Did he lose the job or did he pass away?
Well, he was old.
He was old,
and we kind of did leave him on the side.
We might have broke his heart.
Yeah, he died from a broken heart.
So we watched a movie called
Rest in Peace, Stan
Little Evil.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up some info on it on my phone so we can.
Sean, can you pull up Little Evil, please?
Yes.
On IMDb.
Oh yeah.
Thank you very much.
Forgot we have
because we have a television. It's called Little Evil. The movie had Adam Scott in it. For those of you who don't know who Adam Scott is, he plays Ben Wyatt in Parks and Rec. He is also in Krampus. Yes. And he's in a couple other movies. He's in ACOD.
Walter Mitty.
Movie I like. He's in Walter Mitty. Yep. He's a good actor. I like him. It had Mr. Krabs in it.
Oh, yeah. Clancy Brown. Clancy Brown. Yep. Great actor.
So the premise of the movie is Adam Scott marries this woman who has a son. So he becomes a stepfather.
Yep.
And as he's figuring out through meeting this son is basically the Antichrist. So he can
but literally though.
Literally, he's
not just a bad kid, he's the Antichrist.
He's literally the Antichrist. So it's like a comedy horror movie. So basically what happens is he goes through these series of events where the kid's trying to kill him or hurt him or hurt other people. And it actually, it was pretty good. We thought it was going to be shit, but it was actually a pretty good movie.
Yeah, it's so... Again, it's a horror comedy, so don't expect to be scared or anything like that. And I would say the humor is not
it's very dry.
Yeah, it's not crazy funny.
It's dry humor.
It's not going to have you in tears laughing, but it's very competent. I would say the jokes are competent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. It was good. So basically, the premise of the movie is it turns into a wholesome movie at the end.
Yeah,
there's not too much to talk about in it really, but if you like comedy horror, I would recommend watching it. I think it was funny. I think that the idea of the movie and how they go about solving it was really good.
Yeah.
I think the execution was good for a Netflix original.
Production quality was good too. There's some effects at the end.
It was definitely watchable.
Yeah.
Definitely watchable.
Yeah.
There was a lot of parts that made me laugh. I think there was there's some shit that was funny.
I like he has a very reactionary type of humor.
Yeah.
Like he'll walk in on the Antichrist kid and the TV's on, the static, and he's being creepy. This little kid has a puppet that's like a goat.
Yeah.
That's how the demon talks to him.
Yeah.
And a lot of times what's his name? Adam Scott?
Yeah.
Is that his name? Adam Scott's his like I said, his humor is very reactionary. He'll look at the kid what the hell?
It's got some good actors in it too. It's got I always forget his name. It's got Turk from Scrubs.
Oh yeah.
Chris D'Elia's in it.
Yeah, right.
It had a lot of good actors.
Dude, even Clancy Brown, Clancy Brown. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was good. I would definitely recommend it. I would give it based off of what it's supposed to be as a movie, I'd give it like a 7 out of 10.
I agree with you. I was going to give it a 7 as well.
7 out of 10. I think it was really good. On Netflix, Little Evil.
Yep.
Give it a watch if you want something funny to watch at night. You know, a little scary but funny at the same time.
Yeah. I would give it a 7 too. The only thing I would say is like there's stuff you've seen in here before. Like I would say the side character there, she's like Melissa McCarthy pretty much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, there's that sassy fat white chick.
Yep,
you know,
same deal. The comedy relief. Ironically, I didn't think she was like the funniest part of the film. I think the clown scene was like really funny.
The clown scene was funny.
Yeah,
there's kid made me do it. Yeah, it was good, man. I'd definitely watch it.
Yeah, it was good. 7 out of 10 for both of us. Yeah. Little Evil, check it out. It's on we watched it on Netflix, right?
Yeah, Netflix.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, my favorite segment.
All right.
Movie improv. Get that fucking wheel out here, boy. Spin. Not yet. We're not spinning yet. Relax. Relax. We're not spinning yet.
Come on, Hather.
All right.
Hather Delilah. That's his name.
Lads are ready.
Oh, I'm ready. We don't want to see it yet. Just spin it.
What?
Spin it.
No.
Yeah. So everyone can see it.
All right, everyone.
Spin. What do we got?
What do we got
this week?
Cars extended warranty. The movie.
Woo! All right. Cars extended warranty.
That's the horror. That's the thriller.
Yeah, I remember this was filmed in 2005, I believe, after Hurricane Katrina. I don't know why that has anything to do with anything.
I don't know why that's when they chose to film it. So basically, it's like, what's that other one where the guy like calls on the phone like you have 7 days? What one's that?
Taken, right? With Liam Neeson?
Oh, I'm going to be sick.
Don't throw up yet. So basically, it's a horror film. It's got Sandra Bullock in it.
I think
and
they cast
Chevy Chase is actually the murderer.
Yeah.
He does a really good job.
Because he's what? He's the one calling. It's like a prank, not a prank call, but he's calling about the car's extended warranty.
So basically, what it is this guy who, like everyone knows, you get the car extended warranty calls on your phone. They call all the time. So basically, what this guy was is he pretended to be one of those people calling about cars extended warranty, but he was like using the location of the phone calls he was like making to kill the people on the phone.
Yeah.
So basically, he would be like, "Look, your car's extended warranty is expired," and like they'd be like, "Oh, like." He would trace their call. He would go to their house, and then he would kill them.
This was like a critically acclaimed movie because
it was M. Night Shyamalan, I think.
Yeah, the huge twist in it. Like, come to find out, Chevy Chase is actually Kermit the Frog. Crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts.
And basically,
well, he wasn't Kermit the Frog. Chevy Chase, when he would make the phone calls, he would voice made his voice sound like Kermit the Frog.
Sorry. Yeah, they couldn't afford to have a Jim Henson do the puppet work.
Yeah.
So basically, what they did is they had Chevy Chase do the Kermit voice.
Yeah.
Again, critically acclaimed because this is kind of the realistic horror that scares people. You know what I mean? This isn't about a demon or ghost. You could get a car extended warranty call right now.
It was like a serial killer movie. It wasn't like a phantom or a ghost. This is like a real thing. The guy was making fake phone calls and finding out, killing people, and then stealing their cars.
Right.
So like we'll reenact the scene when Chevy first calls Sandra Bullock and she's home alone. Yep. So. We are reenacting from Cars Extended Warranty, the movie.
The movie.
Okay. Hello?
Hi, I would like to tell you that your car's extended warranty is up.
I don't have a car. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
I know where you sleep at night, and I know that you have a car outside.
Who is this?
My name is not important. What is important is that your car's extended warranty is up, and I will find you.
You'll never find me!
Look outside in the tree.
Oh man, that was scary.
That bitch hung up on me.
Do you hear? What was that?
I know you're in there.
Oh my god.
Come out.
Go away! I don't want you here!
Fee-fi-fo-fump, your car's extended warranty is up. I'm gonna kill you, you bitch! I may be a frog, but your car's extended warranty... Your car's extended warranty is up. And I may be a puppet, but my hand's going up your ass this time. Come here, you little bitch.
End scene. That was that was hard to work with. Your car's extended warranty.
We literally talked about that one. That was one I was like, this is fun.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
That one. And you guys spun it. That's great. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend
I go,
watching that.
I'm a frog.
Mine goes I may be above it, my hand's going up your ass this time.
and scene, that was the famous scene from
Cars Extended Warranty,
Warranty, the movie. So,
Wow. That was
we
great.
enjoyed.
All right, so now that that's over,
Yep.
we finally are able to do this segment this week. This is the Pays to Plug Friends segment, and
Yes.
the first part of this segment is the talent portion.
Yes.
We have a video submission from none other than our boy Brett Segala.
Yep, Brett. Woo! Woo! So,
Come
hey
on!
there. Hey
Come
there.
on!
Yeah, Worcester. So,
Get up!
Get up! Get up!
So we
Gorilla
have not-
Radio!
We
Okay.
have not seen this yet, so I don't know what to expect, but I
Yeah.
can tell you that
So
my
basi-
wife
yeah,
said
yeah.
my wife said that we owe this kid big time. So basically what we want from our fans is if we want you to send us videos of your quote unquote best talent.
Yeah.
So basically we want you to send us something you've never done before, but try to make it look like you've done something before. So
What the fuck?
I don't know what Brett's talent's
It's
going to be.
20 seconds long. All right, so we get up on screen, we'll pull it up on screen too. He also has it on TikTok. We just pulled the thing up on the TV and the fucking TikTok logo's on it, so he posted it. All right, we get the volume up
All right,
too.
volume up, volume up. Okay,
right, ready?
here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
Brett's talent this week.
This is probably one of the craziest talents you guys have ever seen. I could turn myself into a sandwich. Let's get right into it. First, we start off with the peanut butter. Then, we got some jelly on there. And last but not least, the main important part, an egg. That's my talent.
It's crazy. You're fucking crazy. Why are you wearing a fucking straw hat? Oh my god.
This kid goes, I can turn myself into a sandwich. First of all, who puts egg on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
He goes, last of all, the egg.
As if everyone was going, yo, when is this kid going to put the egg on this fucking sandwich?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yo, you forgot
Oh
the fucking
my
egg.
God.
Fucking God.
Oh, give it up for Brett, everyone. Woo!
Yeah.
Peanut butter Brett.
That's fucking great.
Good work.
That
Thank
made
you.
That made it worth it that you skipped last week.
Thank you for your submission,
That
sir.
was great. Please, if you want to be posted, want to be featured, that's what I'm. If you want to be featured on the podcast doing your crazy talent, please send it to the podcast email Pays2HaveFriends with a 2
Yeah.
at
Gmail.com.
gmail.com.
Yeah.
We'll put that in the link of this week's episode
Yeah.
so we can get the emails of the videos.
Feel free to DM us too if like you know,
Yeah,
if
if you
got
don't
us.
want to email, DM us. If you have our phone numbers, text us. Like, please.
Also, important to note that at the end of every year that we do this, the person who has the best talent of the year, we do have a prize. We're not going to disclose what it is yet.
We're not gonna tell you what the prize is yet.
But you will get something at the end of the year, probably around Christmas
we'll have
time.
an awards ceremony. I
Yeah.
think we're probably gonna at the end of the year. Maybe we'll do like a little New Year's celebration.
Yeah,
and we'll have an
definitely.
awards ceremony to ring in the new year of the podcast.
We'll do something fun.
Yeah, we'll do something fun and we'll give out some trophies and we'll make a little.
But again,
event
thank
of
you,
it.
Brett, for starting off the talent section. That's the first one we've ever
Yeah,
had on the
buddy.
Pays to
Yeah,
Have
buddy.
Friends podcast, baby.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
and the last segment that we do every week. This is the plugging of the friends.
This is the segment called Pays to Plug Friends.
I did it this week. I'm on that shit. You can't fucking sleep on me, son. This week, a good friend of mine started his own bait company.
Nathan, correct?
Yep, his name is Nathan. The name of his company is Beefcake Baits. So we have a little blurb from him right here. Have you ever wanted to create your own custom baits? Beefcake Baits is a family-run Rhode Island business. My brother and I spent a lot of time fishing all of Rhode Island and New England, fresh and salt water. We wanted to delve further into the fishing business by creating our very own custom soft plastic baits. Our goal is to provide custom baits that work very well in New England waters.
Not only do we provide pre-made colors to choose from, we also make custom baits where you can completely customize color, flake density, and sink rate with no extra charge. We thought that would be a very useful thing to anglers around the world, and for anyone who is looking for that perfect bait to make an... Oh, I got an arrow blocking the thing here, Steve. An okay...
Day.
Okay day on the water into An
epic one.
epic one.
We have plenty of bait styles to choose from sticks baits, brush hogs, flipping baits, swim baits, and jig trailers. We have a full catalog on the Facebook page, Beefcake Baits. We will work with you to make the exact bait that you want. Also, we have an Etsy page where you can select one of our colors that we make and fish ourselves. Please do not hesitate to send us a message. We are eager to make you that perfect bait that gets you the beefcake bass you were always looking for. Beefcake Baits.
All right, so yeah.
Get your bait on, baby.
Bait and switch,
I
baby.
am a big fisher. I enjoy fishing a lot.
Hook, line, and sinker, baby.
Holy shit.
Okay, yeah.
I am a big fisher myself. I love freshwater and saltwater fishing. Beefcake Baits will get you that big bad Larry that you've been looking for. If you want something custom, if you like to fish a certain way, or if you want to trust these guys with giving you the bait to get the fish that you want, I would highly recommend following them, reaching out to them. They have a Facebook page, like we said, Beefcake Baits. He said that their Etsy page will be up soon if it's not up by
That's
now.
dope. That's dope. He sells stuff on Etsy.
Yeah, so I mean, these guys are great. They really are. They're local. They're family owned. This is what we're trying to do on here. We want to reach out, help these local businesses get the word out. Not that we have a lot of followers ourselves, but you know, people that do watch us, please go like their page, follow their page, reach out, give these guys your business. Don't go to the big chain places.
Right.
You know, Bass Pro Shop's going to charge you up the wazoo for some baits.
Yeah.
So
it probably won't even be as good of a quality as, you know.
probably not. And you know, these guys, it's from people who care about the business.
Yeah.
They, you know, they're in it and they want to do right by everyone. The fishing community is great people.
Yeah.
Everyone who fishes, you know, they're all good people. So please reach out. Beefcake Baits, Facebook.
Nathan,
Etsy.
thank you for supporting our podcast as well.
Thank you too for supporting the podcast and sharing that. With that said, this has been Pays to Have Friends. Thank you guys for watching.
Okay, we'll see you next time. Peace.
Boom.